Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where obvious answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Jack. This is my girlfriend Laura, and we're from Manchester.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name is Helen. This is my mum Jackie, and we're both from Gisborough in North Yorkshire.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name's Tahira. This is my sister Hanifa, and we're both from East London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi there, my name's Drew. I'm from Colchester. This is my friend Kevin from Stratford.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. All over today's action like a Dutchman on some clogs. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Afternoon. Like a Dutchman on some clogs.
Yeah.
It's almost like you've got an advertising contract from the clog board and you're being paid to mention them.
How are you, Rich? How's everything going?
Gisborough clogs, the best clogs there are. Oh. We had a lot of Gisborough talk last time, didn't we? Lovely Jackie and Helen back again from Gisborough. Knocked out in round two last time. The Gisborough talk continued after you left us as well. I mean, it was Gisborough from start to finish.
It was,
in fact,
yeah.
The jackpot round was the shops of Gisborough High Street. You'd have loved it. Actually, Harry and Vincent got through to that final round, didn't they? And it was a sporting round, and they knew their sport. They really did. Three very good answers, one of which got 1 point, but just came up short, did they not? So a nice little jackpot building up for our new players.
There we are. No word of a lie. Harry and Vincent didn't pick it up last time, so we're adding another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts at £5,000. Exciting. Well, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. All you have to remember is this: the pair with the highest score at the end of each round is the pair that gets eliminated. That's it. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is European geography. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns regions in European countries. Richard?
Yes, on each board, Xander is going to have to pronounce some regions from various European countries. You have to tell us what countries these regions are in, please. There'll be 7 lists on the first board, 7 on the second, 14 countries to guess at home.
Whoopee! OK, so we're looking for the countries in which you'd find these regions. Here's our first board of 7. Burgenland, Steiermark, Tyrol. Grand Est, Normandie, Occitanie. Cavan, Leitrim, Sligo. Brandenburg, Hessen, Saarland. Aveiro, Braganza, and Viano do Castelo, Somogь, Veszprém, and Zala, and Lapi, Pohjanmaa, and Uusimaa. Don't clap that. Oh. I'll read those all again. Burgenland, Steiermark, Tyrol. Grand Est, Normandie, Occitanie. Cavan, Leitrim, Sligo. Brandenburg, Hessen, Saarland. Aveiro, Braganza, and Viano do Castelo, Somogь, Veszprém, and Zala, and Lapi, Pohjanmaa, Uusimaa. There we are. Laura, welcome to Pointless. Here from Manchester. Tell us all about yourself, Laura.
Yeah, so I work at the Open University as a senior advisor. Basically, I help students with any problems they may have during their studies and sort of beyond. So that's what I do for work. Out of work, I enjoy going to gigs, musicals, films. Recently started doing yoga as well. So,
very good. Well, that's very exciting. Lovely full life you lead there, Laura. How are we liking the regions of Europe?
Oh, I mean, looking at the board, it is quite tricky, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to go for the second one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for France.
You're going to go for France.
Yes.
OK. France, there we are, the one with Normandy in it. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people spotted France. Wow, down it goes to 43. Not bad at all. Good start to the show.
Yeah, Normandy, that's in France. That's Normandy. That's French for Normandy.
Funny that, isn't it? Yes.
Grand Est is French for Grand East.
Yeah.
That's where Strasbourg is the capital of Grand Est, and Occitanie, Toulouse is the capital of Occitanie.
Thank you very much. Now, Jackie.
Hello.
Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Jackie.
Well, I'm a nurse, works in school nursing, and one of my interests is that I'm a coach for Special Olympics. I do coaching of boccia.
Boccia, what's that?
It's a precision sport belonging to the bowls family. So it's played with red and blue balls. Each team has a different colour. And similar to bowls, you have to aim at the jack. So the Paralympics have adopted it. It's very much one of their
And you're a
sports.
coach?
I'm a coach, but for Special Olympics. So all our athletes have intellectual disabilities. We're kind of the third hand of the Olympics family.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Jackie, what are you going to go for on our board here?
Well, now I'm stuck. So...
It's not as easy as you might think, is it?
No. I'm going 4 down, and I'm going to say Germany.
Germany.
With fingers crossed.
Says Jackie. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Germany. It is Germany. 43 is our only score so far, and you pass. Down to 33. Very well done.
Yeah, Brandenburg being a big clue there. Berlin is in the middle of Brandenburg, and the Brandenburg Gate is in the middle of Berlin.
There we are. That's nice. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Hanifa, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I investigate financial complaints during the day as my day job.
During the day?
During the day.
What do you do when you're not doing that?
Mainly taking care of 2 little rabbits.
I thought you were going to say children, then we said rabbits. I was thinking, that's a nice pet name for them.
Yeah.
But, actual, what sort of rabbits are they?
Very mini ones.
Oh, literally little rabbits.
Very mini, but lots of naughtiness.
Right.
Oh, they sound awful, don't they? Tiny little naughty rabbits. Oh, no thanks.
That's very sweet. Now, Hanifa, our regions here, what are you going to go for?
This is not good. I'm just going to have a guess for the top one and say the Netherlands. Hold on.
OK, the Netherlands for the top one. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Netherlands. Oh. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. That's 100 points. That scores you, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Hanifa. I'll give all the correct answers at the end of the pass.
OK, thank you very much indeed. Now, Kevin, welcome. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Kevin.
I'm a non-exec director for a couple of companies, but my main way of passing the time is I play in a band with Drew.
OK, we've got to try and guess what you do in the band. I think you are lead guitarist.
I am, yeah. It's not a boy band, by the way, if you're thinking.
And do you think Drew on keyboards?
I think Drew might do a bit of vocals.
No, really?
Do you think? No,
No,
keyboards.
sadly no.
Keyboards, drums.
The talent in the band.
Yeah.
Tell by the arms.
Well, you can't tell by the arms because that was your 5th guess.
No, but look, he's got a bit of definition there. That is from the guy plays the drums, the guy with the van, and does all the lifting.
There you go.
Hands. There we are. Got it. OK. Kevin. Kevin, you're the last person to have this board. Do you fancy talking us through it?
I think these are all guesses. I think the first one might be Austria. The one under Germany, maybe Portugal. Don't know the next one. And the bottom one, Poland. But I think I'm going to go for the Cavan, Leitrim, Sligo and say Ireland.
Ireland. OK, Ireland for the third one down. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ireland. It is Ireland. Look at that for a score, 28. 28 for Ireland.
I mean, that's a stunningly low score.
Isn't it?
For Ireland. You actually took us through the rest of them quite nicely, Kevin. You're quite right, the top one, Tyrol being the big clue there, is Austria. We've scored 17. Sports fans are good at these because there's lots of teams that have these names in, or you see sort of similar word foundations. And you're quite right about the next one down, it's Portugal as well. Braga there being a clue for sports fans, 10 points. The next one down is Hungary. Hungary would have scored you 6 points. And you know the bottom one?
I don't.
It's very like their language. It's Finland.
Oh, of course. Yes, I see what you mean.
Would have scored you 15. Yeah, Lappi being Lapland.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 28, the best score of the past. Look at that. Ireland. Well done, Kevin. Then up to 33, where we find Jackie and Helen. 43 is where we find Laura and Jack. 100, I'm afraid, Hanifa and Tahira. But that could all change in the next pass, Tahira. It's all in your hands. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more sets of regions up on the board. And here they are. We have got Calabria, Liguria and Umbria, Canio, Encamp, Escaldes and Gordani, Attiki, Peloponnesus, Thessalia, Frisland, Groningen, Limburg, Luzerne, Neuchâtel, Zug, Cantabria, Galicia, Mercia, and Finnmark, Nordland, Telemark. I'll read those all again. Calabria, Liguria and Umbria, Canio, Encamp, Escaldes and Gordani, Attiki, Peloponnesus, Thessalia, Frisland, Groningen, Limburg, Luzerne, Neuchâtel, Zug, Cantabria, Galicia, Mercia, and Finnmark, Nordland, Telemark. OK, now, Drew, what kind of music do you play?
We do a lot of covers from the 60s up until the present. We play pubs, weddings, parties, anything at all. London, Suffolk, Essex. But basically, we'll go anywhere. We just love playing music, and it's fantastic.
In fact, what are you called?
The Old Street Rockers.
Nice.
We originally started in Old Street, started doing charity gigs, but now we do 40, 50 gigs a year. So
wow.
Virtually every weekend, we're out playing gigs. And that's my full-time job now.
Brilliant. Good stuff. Now, Drew, there you are. 28. Brilliant low score from Kevin in the first pass. 71 or less at this stage keeps you in the game.
OK. I'm a big Glasgow Rangers fan, and I've been to see Rangers in a few places in Europe. But I'm going to go for Luzerne, Neuchâtel and Zug, which I think is Switzerland.
You're going to go for Switzerland. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Switzerland. Here's your red line. Is right. Well done, Drew. That's a good answer. Down it goes. Through you go to round 2 to 19 there. Not a score so far, by the way. 47. So
very well played, Drew. It genuinely is useful being a football fan if you want to do European countries. Neuchâtel Xamax, famous, not famous football team, but, you know, you tend to play them in the first round of the Europa League, that sort of thing.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Tahira, welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Tahira.
I'm currently a student at the moment.
Where are you doing that?
Westminster.
And what are you studying?
Psychology.
Very good. And what are your interests?
Well, when I'm not at uni, I've got a part-time job working in a jeweller's, so that takes up a lot of time as well.
That's nice. What do you do there? What's your job in the jeweller's
So really, the main thing is that, like, people will come in and we'll sell them, like, it's mainly, like, diamonds and watches with us. So, yeah, we mainly sell that.
Do you know, if I worked in a jeweller's shop, my problem would be this. Every person who came in, I'd be thinking, they've got a gun. Every single person comes in, I'd have my hand sort of slightly... I'd be pretending very casually that I was chatting to them with one hand on the button. But you're more trusting than I am.
Yeah, at first I was a bit nervous. I was like, just hold on to everything. But now I'm there like, yeah, no, it's fine. I've got it.
Excellent. OK, now, Tahira, high scorers at the moment. We need a low score from you.
I don't know whether to play it safe or take a gamble, but I think I'm going to play it safe and go with the third one down. And I think that's Greece.
OK, the third one down, Greece. Let's see if that's right. No red line for you at the moment because you're the high scorers. How many people said Greece? It's right. 49 takes your total up to 149.
Yeah, Attiki, Athens, is the main city in Attiki.
Nice. Helen, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Helen.
I was quite apprehensive about this question because I'm a geography teacher.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
But in my spare time, I really enjoy going to gigs, tribute acts, musical theatre, just anything that's live.
Oh, that's fun. Have you ever come
hands.
across a band? Yeah, they play in the sort of East Anglia. Well, they play anywhere, really. But the Old Street Rockers, I don't know if you've come across them at all.
I think they're on my list of sort of things to go and see. I've heard good things.
Yes, so have I. Ones to watch out for, I think, Helen. Here's good news. You're through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score.
Yeah, I have been trying to plan a little European city trip, but that hasn't helped. So I'm going to have a bit of a guess at the bottom one and say Denmark.
OK, well, let's see if it's right. Doesn't matter if it's not. You're still through to the next round. No red line, therefore. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Denmark. No. Not Denmark, I'm afraid. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 133, but you're through.
Yeah, you are through again. I'll give all the correct answers at the end of the pass.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Jack, welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Jack.
So I work at an exam board in Manchester, and in my spare time, I'm quite a keen golfer, so spend a lot of time on the golf course.
Very good. So the exam board, what's your particular role there? What do you do?
So I'm a team leader in customer services, so it's looking after queries that we get from teachers and some students.
OK, well. Yes. So the summer is not it's not an easy time for you. No.
Yeah, some difficult queries.
OK, now, Jack, here we go. You're on 43 again, doesn't matter what you score. But do you fancy talking us through that board, filling in some of the blanks for us?
So I would guess that the bottom one is Sweden. I think the next one up is Spain. The other two I wouldn't like to make a guess at. So I think I'll go for the second from bottom and say Spain.
OK, Spain says Jack. No red line, you're already through. How many people said Spain? It's right. That goes down to 40. Takes your total up to 83.
Now, I know there'll be people at home, travellers especially, who would have gone through both boards, but I bet there's one up there that you're having trouble with. We will get to that one. We'll fill in the other ones first. The top one, Calabria, Umbria, etc. Italy. That would score 29. We'll leave the second one because you'll probably spot it. It's quite a hard one. Friesland, Groningen and Limburg.
Is that Netherlands?
Netherlands, yeah. 11 for that. Now, this is not Sweden, it's not Denmark.
Norway.
19 points for that. Now, this is the best answer on the board. Now, I haven't heard of any of these places, but it looks a little bit Spanish and it looks a little bit French.
So it's going to be in that little bit called Andorra.
Andorra is the right answer. It is Andorra.
Look at that.
Would have scored 5 points, so very well done if you worked that out at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. I'm sorry. Oh, dear. Tahira and Hanifa, this is where we say goodbye to you. You'll be back next time, though.
Yeah,
and we won't
fine.
have this. It won't be this again. So, you can soar next time. But meantime, thank you very much for playing, Tahira and Hanifa. But for the remaining three pairs, it is now time for round two. There we are, down to three pairs. Very well done indeed. We all made it through that geography round. Whew. Drew, the hero of the moment, our lowest individual scorer there. Hats off to you. Drew and Kevin, in fact, our lowest combined scorers, in fact. But you all did well. You all did well. Covered yourselves in glory. Best of luck for round two, for which the subject is major composers. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many surnames of composers on the classical 100 that contain the letters C, E, or G. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any composer on that list. It's essentially a list of classical composers that all school children should learn about. So, it's all the big names. So any of the surnames of those composers, please, that contain C, E, or G. And why C, E, and G? That's the notes of the C major chord.
There we go. OK, thank you very much indeed. Now then, Jack. Jack, what do you think? Is this a good kind of category for you?
It's not really that good, but I think I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to say Bach.
Bach, says Jack. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Bach. He's right.
Yeah, he's got 4 pieces on that list.
Yeah.
Bach.
And it's difficult, actually, because there are 3 Bachs. There was Johann Sebastian Bach.
OK.
And then he had Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach.
No kidding.
And then Johann Christian Bach. I mean...
And Dave Bach.
And Dave Bach as well. Yeah.
You know, so it's 4, really.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
4 Bachs.
Nice. OK, thank you very much indeed. Now, Jackie.
Yes. Well, I'm thinking this might be a little bit obvious, but I'm going for safety, and I'm going to go with Elgar.
Elgar. says Jackie. Elgar. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Elgar. Very good indeed, down to 30. 30 for Elgar.
Yep, very well played. One of three British composers, three very famous British composers, who all died in the same year, 1934. I won't say who, just in case one of them's on the list.
Oh, no. Thank you very much indeed. Kevin?
Struggling a bit here. I'm going to go for a really obvious one, Beethoven.
Beethoven, says Kevin. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Beethoven. That's 64. 64 for Beethoven.
Yeah, he's got 4 pieces on the list as well. Amazing when you think he was just a big dog.
I know. Very clever big dog.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Because 30 is our lowest score of the pass. Well done, Jackie. Jackie and Helen looking strong on the back of that. 41 is where we find Jack and Laura. 64 is where we find Kevin and Drew. So, Drew, a little bit of work for you to do there just to keep yourselves in the game, but good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So remember, Drew, we are looking for the surnames of composers on the classical 100 list that contain the letters C, E or G.
OK, it's not quite the music that Kevin and I were hoping for, but I'm going to go for Chopin.
Very nice indeed. Chopin, says Drew. No red line for you as you're the high scorers, but I think Chopin deserves to get quite a way down that column. $40. Not bad. 104 is your total. Not bad at all.
Yeah, the airport in Warsaw is named after Chopin.
It's what he would have wanted.
That's not exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine if you told him that and first you'd have to explain what an aeroplane is.
Yeah. I imagine you'd be thrilled. Imagine.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Chopin, I imagine, would probably do like a new piece.
He probably would.
A sonata of some
sort. A little
sort.
mazurka.
A mazurka?
I don't know. Yeah, he might have a prelude or something. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I used to have a prelude.
Did you?
Yeah. It was good. It was actually not bad. 20,000 miles on the clock and actually still ran pretty well.
And ironically, you only use it for Chopin. Round two. As I said, so it's round 2. Thank you very much indeed. Helen, you are on 30, which means 73 or less gets you into the next round.
Yeah, all the ones I was hoping to get chance to say have gone. So this is taking a little bit of a punt, and I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but I think it's Pachelbel.
Pachelbel. Good. Pachelbel. Right, let's see. There is your red line, Helen. If you get below that, you are through to the next round with Pachelbel. It's right. And you are through. Very well done. Down to 4. Hats off, Helen. 34 is your total. Very well done.
Well played, Helen. We talked the other day about my go-to answer in Monopoly rounds is always Vine Street. My go-to answer in classical music rounds is always Pachelbel. So you did that one song that everyone knows, Pachelbel's Canon.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
But so he's always on the list, but people don't really say him.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Laura.
Hello.
Laura, you're the last person here to go, and 62 or less keeps you in the game. You look like somebody who's got some good answers up your sleeve.
Well, I've got a few in my head. Again, I'm not sure of my pronunciation of it. I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to say Prokofiev.
What? It's getting rude now.
The one who did Peter and the Wolf, that one.
Oh, you're giving the people upstairs a lot to play with here. Prokofiev. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Here's your red line. Oh, Laura, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 141.
Yeah, just mixed around the middle of it. It's not Prokofiev, it's Prokofiev. Would have scored 6 points as well. Would have been a terrific answer.
Oh.
Now, Zander, classic of MDJ. What would you go for here?
Well, the trick here, of course, is not to go too obscure, because otherwise it won't be on the list.
Do you know what, mate? I don't need your life story.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the Well, what a terrible thing to say. But Britain, Benjamin Britten.
Benjamin Britten is a correct answer. And would have scored you 9 points.
Okay.
Do you want to go for... No, you've given a safe one.
Okay,
You don't want to go obscure. See if we can get a point.
I don't know, Berlioz, Hector Berlioz.
Wasn't on the list.
Oh, we see, okay.
You need to talk to your paymasters.
Delius, Frederick Delius.
He's not on the list either. But
Really?
he is one of the other people who died in 1934.
There you are. Nice. That's nice.
Holst, Delius and Elgar all died in 1934. What do you think about that? Shall I go through the pointless answers for you?
Oh, yes.
And I'll tell you what, each time I say one, why don't you say it really quickly after me as if you just thought of it?
Okay.
No, there'll be people you know here. In fact, why don't you go through this? Because, you know, what if I can't pronounce them? I think I'm OK, actually.
You'll know.
I think I'm OK. You can do some first names if you want. Delib.
Delib.
Granger.
Percy, I know that one.
Katsjenin.
Kitty.
Elena Katsjenin. Kachachurian.
That's it.
Taverner.
John.
John, well done. Oh, you can get John. And
nice.
Warlock.
Peter.
Peter Warlock is absolutely right. A couple of low scorers for you. Humperdinck would have scored you 1. Mazorski would have scored you 1. 3 for Sibelius, 3 for Vaughan Williams, 2 for Steve Reich. So there's some low scorers out there.
Steve Reich in the afternoon. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our second round, the pair were sending home with their high score of 141. I'm so sorry, Laura. Yeah, you were really very, very close indeed. We'll see you next time, though, which is great news. And I'm sure we'll go much further then. But meantime, thank you very much, Laura and Jack. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Kevin and Drew, Jackie and Helen. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for that now pretty massive jackpot of £5,000. Look at that. It's the head-to-head. Start playing as a team. First pair in this round to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns toy dogs. Richard.
I'm going to show you 5 pictures now of toy dog breeds. We'll show you their initials as well, but can you tell us what these breeds are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 breeds. Here they come. We've got A, P, B, BF, C, CC, D, P, and E, C. There we are, 5 toy dog breeds. Kevin and Drew, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
OK. Yeah, I think we know maybe 2 or 3 of them, but we're going to go for B and say Bichon Frise.
Bichon Frise, say Kevin and Drew for B. Now, Jackie and Helen, the board is all yours. Do you want to talk us through it?
Do you say you knew one of the P's?
Well, I think it is a Pekingese.
And then we're not sure of the other 2.
And we thought B, like yourselves. Go with C.
OK, we'll go C.
No, not C. E, with a C.
We'll go with E, Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. So we have Bichon Frise and we have Chihuahua. Drew and Kevin went Bichon Frise for B. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. It is Bichon Frise. 39. Meanwhile, Jackie and Helen have gone for Chihuahua for E. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. 56. Which means, very well done, Kevin and Drew. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Let's go through the rest of these, shall we? Now, A, it's not a Pekingese A. It is a Pomeranian. Would have scored you 44 points. We will leave C for now, because C is the best answer on the board. D, its ears are sort of spread out in the way suggestive of an insect. It's the French word for butterfly.
Papillon.
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 Yeah, papillon would have scored you 13 points. And the best answer on the board is C. And, I mean...
It doesn't look happy, does it? I mean, look at that. That's a look of...
Oh, and that's literally like on your first day back at school.
Yeah.
When you've had your haircut.
Yeah, bit too much of a haircut.
It's a Chinese crested. 12 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes your second question. Jackie and Helen, you have to win this one to stay in the game. Best of luck. Our second question is all about DIY equipment by definition. Richard.
Yeah, I'm going to show you 5 definitions now of different words. Those words are also words for types of DIY equipment.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 definitions, and here they are. A weakness of character or behaviour, usually immoral or wicked. V. A series of stages in a video game through which a player may progress. L. To attract and completely engross a person. R. The main or important part of something, usually referring to diet. S. And intensive instruction or training by means of repeated exercises. D. I'll read those all again. A weakness of character or behaviour, usually immoral or wicked. V. A series of stages in a video game through which a player may progress. L. To attract and completely engross a person. R. The main or important part of something, usually referring to diet. S. And intensive instruction or training by means of repeated exercises. D. There we are. Jackie and Helen will go first.
Right. We're going to go for the 4th one down, a staple, please.
Staple. Say Jackie and Helen. Staple. Now then, Drew and Kevin, over to you. Do you want to talk us through that board?
Not really, no. We think we know one series of stages in a video game, and we think that's levels.
OK, you're going to go for level. So we have staple and we have level. Jackie and Helen have gone for staple. Let's see how many people got that. Staple is right. Down to 13. Very good indeed. Now, Drew and Kevin, meanwhile, have gone for level for the video game one. Let's see how many of our 100 people said level. Level is right. 66 for level, which means, Jackie and Helen, appropriately enough, you have levelled the score. So clever. As 1 point each.
Yeah, they're satisfying when you get these ones, I have to say. The top one, the weakness of character.
Vice.
Vice. That's right, would have scored you 33. The bottom one now, the intensive instruction.
Drill.
Drill. That would have scored you 32. The best answer on the boards.
I need to think about it. Well, not yet.
Oh, they'll drive you mad when I tell you the answer. Shall I tell you?
Yes.
Rivet.
It's rivet.
Isn't that annoying?
Nah, that's brilliant.
Would have scored you 6 points. Good. Very well done if you worked that one out.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, here comes your third question. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that massive jackpot. So best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about British or English monarchs in years ending 00. Richard.
I'm showing the names now of 5 British or English monarchs whose reign included one of these years. You just have to tell us which year it included for these 5 monarchs, please.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the monarchs. Bring on the monarchs. We have got Elizabeth I, Edward I, Victoria, William III, and Elizabeth II. I'll read those all again. Elizabeth I, Edward I, Victoria, William III, and Elizabeth II. There we are. Kevin and Drew will go first.
We're going to go for Victoria and say 1800.
1800, say Kevin and Drew. Now then, Jackie and Helen.
Should we go for Elizabeth? No, Elizabeth. Say Elizabeth II. 2000.
OK, we're going to go for Elizabeth II and say 2000.
2000. So, Kevin and Drew have gone for 1800 for Victoria. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said 1800. That's incorrect, which I suspect Jackie and Helen spotted because they merely have to be correct with this answer to win the point and go through to the final. And they've gone for Elizabeth II and 2000. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. But crucially, is it right? Yes, it's right. So very well done. Down to 54. But there we are. Crucially, it was right, which means Jackie and Helen, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
I mean, I think the fact that Elizabeth II scored 54 there shows you that question was quite confusing for people. What are you thinking on this one? Elizabeth I?
1600.
1600 is correct. That would have scored you 27. Edward I?
I'm going to guess 1200.
1300.
1300.
Very close. That would have scored you 14. Victoria is, of course, 1900. That would have scored you 53. William III?
1700.
1700. That would have scored 21.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Kevin and Drew. You played so well across the show, though. I have no doubt when you come back next time, you'll do just as well. We'll look forward to that very much. But meantime, thanks so much, Kevin and Drew. But for Jackie and Helen, it is now time for our Pointless Final. Very well done, Jackie and Helen. You have fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted Pointless trophy. Now you have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £5,000. There we are. Now, that's a proper jackpot. What do you want to see come up in this round that's going to help you take that home?
Well, Mum would quite like anything to do with racing, jockeys.
Horse racing.
We'd be quite happy with rugby.
Harry Potter.
OK, OK. Well, first, you get to choose your category from the 4 we place before you. Here they are for today. The year 1978, British acting dynasties, rugby union grand slams, and 21st century Shakespeare. What do we think?
Well, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? We'll go with the rugby union grand slams.
OK, rugby union grand slams it is.
Turned out very nicely, didn't it? Yeah, we are looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for any England player who played any part in their final match against Scotland in their Grand Slam year of 1980. Any Scotland player who'd played in their final Grand Slam winning match against England in 1990. Or we're looking for any Ireland player who played in that Grand Slam winning match also against England in 2018. So the England players in their final match of 1980, Scotland players final match 1990, Ireland players final match 2018. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Well, I'm looking at the middle, and that's 1990. You weren't born then.
No.
But I'm thinking John Jeffrey.
OK.
David Soul.
Right, OK.
Could be possibles there.
Bottom one, Irish players, more recent.
Last year.
Paul O'Connell.
No, he's gone. He's not.
Johnny Sexton.
No, I don't think Johnny Sexton was. Tipperick, or is he Welsh?
What about England? The 2 brothers, the Underwoods.
No, there's no England.
There is England, but it's older England. What about the man...
Rory Underwood? He's maybe
What about the man who captained Falcons, was the coach?
Andrews, might probably be 2.
Okay.
2. Right,
We'll go with the Scottish ones.
I'm thinking of the Scottish. Go for John Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Go for David Soul.
10 seconds left.
And maybe throw Gavin Hastings in as well. But I'm not certain about the year. The year may catch us out. OK.
OK, that's your time up. Sounds like you've decided on your answers. What can you give me?
We're going to go for the Scotland.
OK.
We're going to go for John Jeffrey.
John Jeffrey.
David Soul.
David Soul.
And Gavin Hastings.
Gavin Hastings.
Yes.
OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
I think John Jeffrey.
John Jeffrey goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
I think Gavin Hastings.
Gavin Hastings. And then we put David Soul in the middle. OK, there we are. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order. And here they are. We have got Gavin Hastings, David Soul, and John Jeffrey. 3 good answers on the board there. We've just got to hope they're all right. Let's hope one of those at least is pointless and we'll win that jackpot for you, 5,000 quid. What would you like to do with it?
Sensible me would probably put it towards my car finance and just pay off what's left. Non-sensible me will probably book a holiday with it.
It's going to be a holiday. Jackie?
Well, I haven't seen much of the world, so it would definitely go towards some holidays.
That would be nice. Excellent. Well, very, very best of luck. Let's see if one of these might win it for you. Your first answer is Gavin Hastings. In all 3 cases, we're looking for any Scottish team member from the Grand Slam winning match in 1990. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Gavin Hastings. If it's pointless, you leave here with £5,000. Gavin Hastings. He's right. If this goes all the way down to 0, you leave here with £5,000. Gavin Hastings now takes us down through the 30s, into the 20s, into the teens. We're into single bit. Oh, 9.
It's maybe the right time.
Very well done indeed. That's a fantastic answer. Sadly, not a pointless answer. So we'll move swiftly on to David Soul, which is your next answer. Again, we're looking for Scotland players in the Grand Slam winning match of 1990. David Soul, if he's pointless, will win you £5,000. How many people said David Soul? Again, it's right. Gavin Hastings took us down to 9. David Soul takes us down through the 20s and the teens, into single figures, passing 9, still going down with David Soul, down to 1. Well, we just have to hope your third and final answer, John Jeffrey, will be pointless. £5,000 is riding on this. John Jeffrey, if he is pointless, we're looking for Scotland players in the Grand Slam winning match in 1990. John Jeffrey, if he's pointless, will win you £5,000. How many of our 100 people said John Jeffrey? It's right again. Gavin Hastings took us down to 9. David Soul took us down to 1. John Jeffrey takes us down through the teens. Passing 9, still going down, still going down. You've done it! Fantastic, that's wonderful. Well done, you. Very well done indeed. What about that? Very well done. John Jeffrey was a pointless answer. You're taking home today's jackpot of £5,000.
Beautiful to watch. I thought because you're from the North East, you wouldn't go for rugby union, because it's rugby league country, but the second you went for it, I knew you'd get it. That's fantastic. Very well done. I'll take you through the pointless answers in the different categories. I know you don't care, but people at home might do. We'll start with that England team from 1980. Here are your pointless answers. You could have had John Carlton, Mike Slemon, Paul Dodge, Tony Neary. You could have had John Horton, John Scott, Maurice Colclough was a pointless answer, Peter Wheeler and Phil Blakeway. Now that Scotland team that you concentrated on very successfully. Craig Chalmers is a pointless answer. Finlay Calder, another great flanker alongside John Jeffrey. Kenny Milne, the youngster of the Milne brothers. You could have had Chris Gray, Damien Cronin, Derek Turnbull, Derek White, Gary Armstrong, even Tuccolo. You could have had Paul Burnell, Sean Linneen. All of those are pointless answers. Now the Ireland team from 2018. Gary Ringrose, Jacob Stockdale, Keith Earl, Sean Cronin, Andrew Porter is a pointless answer. Joey Carberry is pointless. Kieran Marmion is pointless. Geordie Murphy as well as a pointless answer there. Very well done if you said any of those.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Jackie and Helen, who take away today's jackpot of £5,000. Well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.